Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're tackling what might just be the absolute ultimate personal finance mystery. You know that sinking feeling when you check your bank account and think, wait, there's no way that's right, is it? Well, we're going to solve that today. We're looking at how to take back your financial control through a beautifully simple, highly effective system, envelope budgeting.
So I've got to ask, where does all your money actually go by the end of the month? It's a highly relatable and honestly deeply frustrating question. You work hard, payday finally rolls around, and then somehow, almost like magic, the money just completely evaporates. It creates this constant low-level anxiety in the back of your mind. But look, you really aren't alone in this. We all experience this creeping feeling of financial drain, and it's largely because the systems we use to spend money, they're actually designed to make us forget we're spending it at all.
Section 1. The Invisible Money Problem. Why you lose track. Modern life has made spending utterly frictionless. Think about it. You tap a piece of plastic, double-click your phone, your watch does a little beep, and boom, the transaction is done. Contrast mindlessly tapping for a $6 coffee with actually having to open up your wallet and hand over a crisp $10 bill. With digital money, you just don't feel the wealth leaving your hands. Cash, on the other hand, has a tangible, finite reality. When you hand over that bill, you physically feel the loss of the asset. In fact, studies in behavioral economics show that people can spend up to twice as much when they use a credit card instead of physical cash. It's crazy, but it's simply because swiping completely bypasses the psychological pain of paying. Digital money removes all that natural physical friction, which makes it incredibly easy to just lose track of everything.
Okay, Section 2. What is envelope budgeting? A tactile solution.
If invisible money is the root of the problem here, we need a highly visible, undeniable solution. And that brings us to the envelope budgeting method. Basically, it's a tactile system where you divide physical cash into specific envelopes for your different monthly spending categories. Notice that word, tactile. We are intentionally stepping back from the digital ledge here. We're going back to an empowering analog approach. You're taking those abstract numbers on a screen and turning them back into real physical assets that you can touch, sort, and actually manage. It's all about making your money real to your brain again.
Now, before you ever touch a single envelope, you've got to have a plan. Think about your typical paycheck breakdown. You want to create distinct buckets for your specific budget categories. Things like groceries, gas, fun money, you get the idea. This right here is what a proactive payday looks like. You aren't just letting your hard-earned cash sit in a giant, ambiguous digital pile waiting to be mindlessly swiped away. No, you're giving every single physical dollar a highly specific job before the month even kicks off.
Section 3. Steps to start budgeting. Practical execution.
The physical mechanics of this are super simple, but they are incredibly powerful. Step 1. Create your categories. You define exactly what you need to spend money on for the month. Step 2. Cash the check. Now, this is the big paradigm shift. You actually go to the bank or the ATM and pull out the physical cash for those specific categories. Step 3. Stuff the envelopes. You literally grab a pen, write groceries on a paper envelope, and slide the allocated cash right inside. You do the same thing for gas and fun money. And then we hit step 4, which is the golden rule. When you go to the grocery store, you only take the grocery envelope. When the cash in that envelope is gone, you are done. Period. There is no swiping a backup card to cover an overage. That physical boundary, that is your absolute limit.
Section 4. Digital versus cash. The behavioral psychology.
You see, standard debit card spending is abstract and entirely reactive. You swipe, you kind of hope there's enough in the account, and you usually only find out you overspent after the fact when you finally log in to check your balance. But the envelope method, it's proactive. You literally cannot physically spend cash you do not have in your hand. This method forces a psychological pause. Every single time you reach into that envelope, your brain registers the finite supply. It completely short-circuits that mindless spending loop that digital debit cards totally rely on.
Section 5. Taking back financial control and reducing anxiety.
The absolutely crucial takeaway from this explainer is that this isn't just about saving a few pennies here and there. It is entirely about reducing your financial anxiety. Yes, this physical method will absolutely stop you from overspending, for sure. But the real overarching benefit, the actual reason this system changes people's lives, is the massive emotional relief it provides. When you know exactly how much cash is in your grocery envelope, the guilt vanishes. You don't feel bad buying those groceries anymore. You've essentially bought yourself true peace of mind. You're no longer sitting around wondering where your money went. You are confidently telling it exactly where to go.
So I'll leave you with this.
Are you ready to try the envelope method for just 1 month? Seriously, not a lifetime commitment, just 1 single month. Wait for your very next payday, go down to the bank, pull out the physical cash, label your envelopes, and just see how profoundly it shifts your entire relationship with your money. Because when the physical friction returns, so does the control. Good luck.